What is going on, guys? Grave here today. I'd like to talk about another big change in week 4 of the public test server. And this was a change to one mythic item that is really going to be disappointing to all the healers out there. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name because I will absolutely butcher it. So we're just going to call it Pearls. And this is a mythic item that a lot of healers out there use, especially in-game healers. I know not everyone uses mythics when they heal, but I'm sure that a lot of people look at guides for healing maybe, and they will see pearls listed as the item to use. And this change is definitely going to put a big hit on using that item. So let's go ahead and talk about exactly what ZOS changed. This set now grants major heroism for 1.5 seconds. 1 tick of 3 ultimate. After using a healing ability while under 50%, your dominant resource, rather than granting a unique form of 3 ultimate. It says they're making adjustments of this set to no longer grant a unique form of ultimate generation to prevent the upper end of ultimate production when specializing in that role. It will still grant the same total amount when it activates, but won't be able to stack with other sources of major heroism. And this is kind of a hit to what this was all about, why people are using this. And there's going to be other ways now. I think a lot of healers out there are going to find to run their healing setup and pretty much just drop pearls altogether. Now, some people may still be able to, find ways to theory craft and find a way to fit this in their build. But a lot of times when these mythics get nerfed, and there's tons of them that we can think of, the kilt being one that used to be top end. If you were going to do insane DPS and you wanted to have, the best gear, you wore the kilt. And the kilt has definitely fallen off over the last several years. And it's a shame to me to see mythic items just kind of be brought out. And I know they probably want to have them be really strong when they're released. That way you have people interested in getting the new content and going there and getting those mythic items. But after a while, we all know older mythics kind of get toned down, while newer mythics are definitely up there as kind of top tier until something else is released, and then that one is kind of just moved down the list. And it's just a vicious cycle when it comes to mythic items. And I hated to see this because a lot of mythic items people wear, for damage dealers. When it comes to support, you don't see a lot of things that healers and tanks use, but pearls was definitely one of those that healers like to wear. And I would like to see more support style mythics out there, just, for healers and tanks in general. But also, I really wish ZOS would look at these mythics again and maybe make some changes to the ones they've nerfed, makes changes to the ones they buffed. I'm not a fan of nerfing something to death and then buffing something else up. I want everything to be on an even playing field, and I know that's not always possible. But if you can make everything usable, everything viable, everything good, then you have a lot more selection when it comes to, hey, do I want to use this item that's going to give me 1 or 2% more bonus to whatever I'm looking for, or do I like to use this one that might not give me that exact percentage the last one did, but it gives me this other benefit. I wish there was more of that in game, and hopefully at some point we can get to that. But I just kind of hated to see pearls get a change that I really didn't feel like was needed. I know they're changing everything right now because of subclassing and trying to make sure everything is in line with subclassing. But we all know the way subclassing is starting to look for what we're going to get in Update 46 and everything in the public test server. There's going to be certain lines there that are really strong and some that are not. And it seems like they're trying to fit all of these mythics or all of the gear, everything else into that subclassing. And I'm sure that way they can work their kind of way outward later down the road, because we all know there's going to be many, many, many updates probably for subclassing in the future. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this. Are you a fan of pearls on your healer? Is it something you don't use? It was something you were looking into. Does this really change your mind about it that much? Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. And of course, if you liked the video, hit the like. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.